Hello and happy new year, my fellow boxing lovers. Well, we have a few fights to predict and talk about for this coming weekend. Alright, well, first, there are a couple interesting fights at 140 pounds. That's right. So Arnold Barboza Jr. is fighting. Also, he's 28 and 0, undefeated guy. But he's already 32. I didn't know that. Well, very tall guy. I mean, rather tall for like 12 to 8, 5 foot 9. Has a reach of 72 inches. Also, yeah. But what's best about him is that he's actually a really good technical boxer. He's not really a puncher, got only 10 knockouts, 28 wins. Yeah, 36% knockout percentage. And he's fighting a guy who is so unknown that they don't even have you know, a, a sheet on him here on this side. So I have to go to, well, sorry, we are already there. Box truck, yeah. So this guy is obviously from South Africa. Solisani Ntongeni. I think I don't know how this pronounced, but this may be one of those names that Russell, you know, Russell, what's his name? Peter says talked about. Yeah, I think this is one of those names that are pronounced as with that. So it's Solisani Ntongeni. So this guy is 31, 3 and 0, and so he's got three losses and one by knockout. Uh, Also has got 18 knockouts, 31 wins, 5-8. So he's almost as tall as Barboza Jr. However, he's obviously a total underdog. I mean, he's never won against. Well, I think his most famous win was against this guy Apinun Kong Sung, who was knocked out in one round by Josh Taylor in 2020. So he also knocked him out, but this seems not be so difficult to do against that guy. And that was a seventh round knockout, 2022. Arnold Barboza, however, he has won against Jose Pedraza in his last fight. So that has been his by far, definitely the biggest victory so far. Yes, and yeah, also has beaten Antonio Moran, Alex Salcedo, all on points, but all by unanimous decision. So he's a really very sound technical fighter. So this is a 10-round fight, and yeah, I think the most logical would be to predict that what's his name, Barbosa Jr. wins, of course, by unanimous decision. Yeah, all right. Then we have another fight, which is in UK, I believe, Ohara Davies versus Ismael Barroso. So, and Ismael Barroso is pretty well known to the British crowd. Well, this is actually also in Las Vegas, so yeah, it's on the same card, I guess. Ohara Davies is sorry, I mean Barroso has already fought against guys like Anthony Crolla, for instance, and yeah, he He was always a solid contender, but now he's 40 years of age and kind of no longer at his best. Yeah, definitely. And he was also stopped in his last fight by Rolly Romero. Yeah, so he did beat Kevin Mitchell by stoppage before, and he was actually doing well against Anthony Crolla when he got, knocked out by a body shot. So he's a solid fighter, but since lost several times also to Isa Chaniev and Batirjan Akhmedov by a knockout. So yeah, this will be, I reckon, his final. I hope, his final fight and probably his final higher profile fight also. Ohara Davies on his half on his side as he's coming off a victory over Louis Ritson where he knocked him out in the ninth round. That was also a body shot, by the way. Yeah. Um. So his last loss was to Jack Catterall in 2018 points, and also before that to Josh Taylor 2017 by knockout. So those two are his only losses still. 25 wins he's got and 18 KOs. So he's 31 years old now. So he's got 9 year age advantage over Barroso. And Barroso's got one and a half inch height advantage. Yeah, I think both the guys. Well, maybe Barroso is slightly the harder hitter of the two, probably. Davis has always been more of a usually accumulation puncher, I guess. Even though he has scored a few knockouts with one punch, but yeah. Anyway, Barroso has a higher percentage. However, being 40 years of age, of course, he cannot be a favored to win here, and so yeah, definitely he's not gonna be the favorite to win. So I think probably Ohara Davies is probably the gonna stop him even. This is it a 10 round fight? Yeah, I think so. Hmm. No, actually, it's a 12 round fight. Wow. All right. Hmm. So this will then serve as a stepping stone or springboard for bigger fights for Harades if he wins, which he should do, and then yeah, he can go and fight somebody like maybe Barboza himself or whatever, somebody else who is a big time contender, 140. And finally, that we come to the main fight, which is Vergil Ortiz finally returning after over 1 year as in his first fight as a super welterweight or light middleweight, whatever you call it. Yeah, so he's fighting a guy called Fredrick Lawson from Ghana, actually originally from I think from Ghana, but he lives in UK. And yeah, he fights out there. And this guy Lawson is 34 already, 5'11", so he's an inch taller, but the reach is identical. Yeah, Ortiz has got, all of his 19 wins so far are by knockout, and while Lawson has 30 wins and 22 knockouts and 3 losses. So he's, of course, the more experienced guy, by far older, and but hasn't yet really hasn't quite faced the kind of opposition as Ortiz. Like he's knocked out Kavaliauskas and Maurice Hooker and Samuel Vargas, Mauricio Herrera. So yeah, he's been in there against some really top-notch fighters already. While Lawson, yeah, has lost to Charles Hatley by TKO in 10th round. I think that was probably his biggest fight. So he's got a couple of fights against guys who are, like kind of contenders, but never really made it big, like Brady Prescott and Raynar. So yeah, also was stopped by Kevin Bizier 2015. So he has fought kind of rather sporadically, since then. So this is meant to be obviously like an easy entrance for Ortiz into this division, like a tune-up fight, because he hasn't been there, hasn't fought for so long, rather long. So yeah, I don't know if he intends to stay at 154, but probably I heard something about him struggling to make 147 limit. He's a big kid, after all. So yeah, power puncher. Yeah, that's how it goes often. Yeah, I think this will be a pretty easy night for Ortiz. Even though him being away for over a year may it may take some time anyway to get his rhythm going and all that, to get established his punches and all that. But I reckon he will probably stop Lawson. So this is for 12 rounds also. Interesting. Not usually what tune up fight how lasts. They are usually 8 or 10 rounds. So this is but Vergil Ortiz is still a young guy, so he should not fight too many of those 8 or 10 rounds for sure. He needs the activity. Yeah. Anyway, what else can I, say? But I think what else can I pick about Ortiz winning by stoppage? I don't know when that will come. It may come probably. It will usually comes for him has come so far between rounds 5 and 10. So yeah, probably this one also, but not so late as what, probably around 9 or something, 8, more like around 6, 7, maybe 5. Yeah, I mean fighters from Ghana are usually tough and all that, but this guy has been stopped before, Lawson, and he's kind of starting to get there in age, and yeah, Ortiz is just a deadly puncher. Nothing can really change that, no matter how inactive he has been, and he hasn't been away for like 2 years, so that shouldn't play much, you know, a big role anyway. All right, so yeah, there you have it. I think Ortiz will win by a knockout, probably in the first 6 rounds or something. Yeah, well, it would not really surprise me if he won like in the third round or something even. Yeah. Alright, so there you have it. That was all for this time, and I'll see you until the next time. Keep on slugging. Yeah.